Yokoso and welcome, it's me, Celery. How it be? As you can see, we're playing Fate Grand Order, much to my chagrin. I don't know, I've been kind of burned out on this game lately, but I've been having to play it because I've devoted so much time and money to it, so this is my life and there's something I can do. But yeah, specifically this event, I don't want to do this event. I just want to clear the shop, and then whatever box number I'm at, I don't care. Just being completely honest, I don't care. Honestly, I don't even know how far I'm gonna go into this quote-unquote quote of clearing the shop will go. I at least want to get all the Ascension materials and like the Golden Foe and like I need to get the Lancer pieces, not the Monument. I need those. And then pretty much after that, everything else I'm not hurting for really. So I just kind of have to just gotta do it, you know? I feel like I've heard this song before. I mean, sure, Easy Breezy I've heard before, but I don't think I've listened to this album before, Future Kinetic. I mean, if I have, I guess I'm listening to it a second time. I went out and about today, which wasn't a bad experience, but that shouldn't have tired me out as much as it did. I guess it's also not that surprising. I was never known for being an out and about gal, so whatever. Grocery shopping, and then grocery shopping to a third store. We run the risk. But we cleared it. You know, we'll probably end up trying to do a couple roles for Scott the Ha, or just Scott. It's kind of weird. Skaha, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I know that's not how we say it because that's not how it's written in Japanese. But like, I don't know, I just think Skaha is just funny. Because they could have spelled it differently to more reflect that. Because it's more so like Scatha Hatch is how I see it. But that's the fun of Gaelic?
So, Hotshot, you want to fight Majin Buu?
Fight you? No, I want to kill you.
Hey, we did it. 3-turn gaming, whoa.
So, Hotshot, you want to fight Majin Buu?
Fight you? No, I want to kill you.
There is an update for Elden Ring? Wow. You know, they're making that Elden Ring for the Switch. From what I understand though, they'd run into issues with like performance or something like that, and that's why it's been delayed. My whole thing is though, if they're gonna add more weapons and they're selling it as like the Tarnished Edition, they said there's gonna be a free update for PC and whatever else. But like, if they're doing that for a Switch release, they should just keep releasing like little patches like that, adding more and more weapons to the game, and like, I think it adds more bosses too, but then also add like stuff like that. Because the game doesn't feel empty per se, but they could definitely just keep adding to the game without having to make like a whole new DLC. But that's what we would do if we cared about our player base. Do they care about their player base enough to do that? I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised either if like this was the end of updates for the ring. Was that DBZ? It is! And then earlier I thought I heard Amuro. That's pretty cool.
No, I want to kill you.
Oh dang, I didn't know this was all still that same song. The one where I was like, oh, that's DBZ. It was called Fusion. I was like, huh, they have another song where they mention Fusion in it or something? But nope, it's still that same song. Just 7 minutes long. Hey! It's the Dragon Ball opening. But is it like Fushigi Maka Fushigi?
This is it, Vegeta. Come on, let's go.
He said, "This is it, Vegeta." It's kind of like that one image where it's Goku, and he has the opening for Shakunetsu Takyu Musume. It's crazy. But that one image where Vegeta and Goku are on the train, and Goku has his hand on Vegeta's butt, and he's like, "This is my last stop, Vegeta." I don't know about you, but I really like this. I never read the manga, but I really like this anime. I know I got a sequel manga recently like last year before? I don't know. I'd like to read it, but I also don't really want to physically buy the manga, and it looks like no one's translating it online. And then I don't know. I mean, I would just read it in Japanese. I could, but I don't like to do things like that. Like simple as, easy peasy. Like, I just don't like to. If I can avoid having to actually do anything like that, I would like to. It just takes me more time, and you're like, well, just, do it more and you'll get used to it. Well, why don't you go jump off a bridge, and then when you're dead, I'll get used to you not being around.
Welcome back.
Oh hey, Zeddy-san. How do? I hope you're having fun coming through, wearing a clean shoe. And not the... So quadruple would be 4, but is it like quintuple? Quintuplet? I know that's like, the quintuplet is like when there's 5 pairs of like twins. I don't know. Quadruplets, quintuplets. You're actually in slippers? Really? Can we trade? I'm wearing flip-flops. No! Dang it. Now I'm gonna freeze. But that's not true because I got a pair of socks on the bed. I just have to grab them. What the? The what the was in response to me hovering over some side of the screen and something popping up. Backhand smash it! Yeah, I don't know. I really liked that anime. When I first watched it back in like 2016, that's when that came out. I really liked it. Also, the soundtrack is really solid. Like, I'm not just talking like the opening, outro, whatever, but like the actual anime soundtrack is really good. But that's not surprising, maybe, is the word I'm looking for. Because, like, if you look at, like, what is it, Riman's Kurabe, that anime has a really good soundtrack, and it's about, like, late 20s, early 30s men playing badminton for their company. You know, and it's like, man, this soundtrack should not go this hard for, like, what this show is about. They are just, like, late 20s, like, grown men playing badminton. Why is the soundtrack so good? And, well, there's an actual answer for why it's so good for Reman's Club, and it's because it's done by Fox Capture Plan, and if you know who they are, then you understand immediately why the soundtrack is so good. If you don't know who they are, yeah, I don't know what to say. But yeah, makes sense there, but for Shakunetsu Taku Musume, like, I don't think it was anyone that's like masterful on the beat who did that soundtrack. But also, like, shrug emoji, that's all that matters, that it's good, right? Yes, yes, you get it, you get it. I talked about it last stream, but I don't think you were there, Zeddy-san. Did I tell you about that one lady who had fraud on her card related to Steam games? It's a pretty funny story, so I'd like to tell you it if you didn't hear it. But if you did hear it, then I don't know, tell me and I'll just talk about something different. Okay, cool. So, effectively, I get a lot of calls pertaining to fraud, for better or for worse. Honestly, for worse, because they're difficult to deal with. Not because, like, people are crying, but just because there's a lot of work that goes into it for me. But anyway, I get a call, and, you know, I answer it, all good, and the lady says, "What is a Steam Games?" And I was like, well, let's take a look at your account and see. So then I take a look at the transactions recently, and then I see that there was a transaction of $1,189 for Steam, and it was a single transaction that was done. And the first time they attempted it, it failed, but then that person tried it a second time and it went through. And you know, it was done. It was over. They made the payment. So all we could really do at that point is I could report it, but that person already won. Like, they already bought and own those games now, and like all the bank could do, all we can really do is just like give them money and be like, yeah, we can't like take away their purchase they did, but here's your money back from the bank's vault personally. And they were just in awe, and I was like, yeah, Steam is like, you know, computer games. I'm not sure why they spent $1,189 on it per se, or how they were able to do that, but that's all that is. You would think that'd be flagged by Steam. You think so? Or you think Steam would be like, oh sweet, $1,189. Well, either way, I think it's pretty funny. If I stole someone's card, I too would spend like $1,000 on something like that. I also talked with someone who was really upset because they were spending $181 like a day on a website called, what was it, flirttodate.site, and they were mad at like the bank because their transactions weren't going through, but they had the money to do so, and they're like, why are you blocking it? So then I was looking and it's like, well, it's actually not us that's blocking it. You need to talk to that website. And then you said you wouldn't do it in one transaction. Well, see, it worked though, is the thing. Like, I can tell you from experience, it's like, if you try a bunch of small transactions, those usually get flagged immediately. But like, if you just do like one big one and then just like try it a couple of times, that one will usually go through. What would you do with all those games though? Not play them, that's what. I mean, alternatively though, like, what you could do is like, I guess you could just buy like a bunch of Steam gift cards or something, and then maybe sell those for like $5 off the market price, and you'd probably be able to make a good amount of money off of that. Or like, buy a bunch of digital games that are popular, and then just like sell them on Steam keys. You'd feel too guilty. See, you don't have the heart of a criminal. But I'm sorry to think that's the best way to make money in this world, because just the sheer amount of people that are like 70 years old and plus that are dealing with some type of fraud, and the amount of times that there's like no solution for them and they're just like out money, like, I really think it's probably really easy to fraud people. Not that I'm endorsing it or saying that we should all be doing it, but I'm just saying, if like you can't make ends meet one day and like you haven't eaten all week, maybe it's time to give up some old people some calls. You know what I'm saying? and tell them that, hey, I'm like with your bank and I need you to make a cash advance. That happened. I got one of those calls. Someone's mom was 90 years old and she thought it was her bank that called her, but it was like some like evil individual, and they're like, yeah, I need you to do a cash advance, which a cash advance, it just means that it's like you get money from like an ATM with your credit card. So then like just like go do that, and then they mail you the money. Like I talked to someone who did that, and then they were like, can we get the money back? And then we were like, no, like you took out the cash and mailed it to someone. Like you're owned. We can't do anything. Not like we could just like, I mean technically we could like I guess print more money. That's illegal. So like I don't know. Sorry grandma, you're out like $2,000 because you mailed it to some guy and who knows where. And then you said me telling you to start stealing. Yeah, I did send you that message that one day too. So now you've gotten it twice. My endorsement of theft. But hi, Cyrano-chan. How do? I hope you're doing something. Something productive. Like eating a can of beans without heating it up. Just think about it. Like heating up a can of beans, that's like a minute or two you're losing. Why not just eat it cold and save those 2 minutes, you know? You're about to make some rice. I see. Just some nice white rice, that's it. Eating white rice with a spoon. No honey mustard. You know, actually, I'll be honest with you. I'd eat some plain white rice with like some like spicy mustard. Like, I've recently had like Japanese spicy mustard for the first time. And I thought it was kind of really good, but I can't find anywhere that sells it in my area. So I'd have to order it, so I'm also not like keen on doing that. And you said you're not built for this economy, you'd simply just die if you had to start like scamming old people. And I mean, that's understandable. Like, honestly, I kind of feel that way, like a lot of the time, like no laughing, no joking. Like sometimes I feel that way. Like it's just like, it feels so hopeless, man. Like I might as well just start pronouncing the L in salmon, because I'm gonna die and nothing matters anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, do I really have to go through this and go through like the fall of society as we know it, at least the end of like Western decadency? Like, do I really want to go through this? Do I really want to deal with the world and everything it's going through? And sometimes, you know, I really don't think I do. And I can be like that one, what's his name? Aristosthenes. You know Aristosthenes. I'm saying his name wrong, but he's that Greek philosopher. He was the one that measured the distance from the moon to the earth, I think. I could be wrong, but Aristosthenes, he started to go blind when he was like 70 years old. And, you know, yeah, it's with an E, I'm pretty sure. Isn't it? Oh no, it is with an, was it? I thought it was an E. Let's see. It wasn't him, that's a playwright. The one I'm thinking of was a mathematician. Oh, here he is. Yeah, this guy. I'm gonna post his name in the chat. That guy. But anyway, Eratosthenes. Listen. I studied Greek for like several months when it was 2019, and I went to Greece for like those several weeks. But I have forgotten everything I learned. Like completely. Except for saying like, ne, efkaristo. That's all I remember really. Or ohi. There you go. Those are the 3 Greek words. Oh, and then like okianos. There you go. Those are the 4 Greek words I remember from my like 2-week and some change trip to Greece. But anyway, Eratosthenes, what he did, he started to go blind and he got scared that he wasn't going to be able to read books anymore. So he starved himself to death. And my whole point I was trying to get at is I feel like that sometimes. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, like, everything just kind of sucks. Like, not even for a cool reason. It's just like bad decisions of people leading up to this current year that I had no, like, place in making those decisions have ruined the world, and now I'm left to, like, figure it out. Me? You want me to figure it out? Well, you're funny, because, like, I'd rather just die, okay? I personally think that, like, making humanity go extinct is, like, you know, if humanity going extinct was, like, the only option, I would say we need to find a new option, because, like, humanity can be, like, we can tend to the garden that is our world. We don't have to just be, like, destroying and polluting it. We can take care of it, but that doesn't mean I want to do that. I'm personally in favor of me dying and people more qualified just, like, doing stuff. Like, you know what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, my existence takes up resources and, like, whatever. And, like, I can just kill myself. Like, straight up. Like, I can just die. Like, I'll just die. If starving didn't take so long, you would too. And that's the part too. He lived for like 2 years before he starved to death. So I don't know what he was doing. Like, photosynthesizing? Like, he didn't die right away. Bro, like, lived for like a year or two and then he died. So what I personally think, like, my personal theory is that he was like, man, like, I'm starting to go blind. I'm going to starve myself to death. And, like, he held on to hope, you know, and maybe would eat just very seldomly. And then, like, when it just kept getting worse, just, like, probably his declining health killed him. Because, like, you can't just, like, you're not an isopod. Like, you can't just live for years without eating. You know what I'm saying? That's isopod behavior. You wish you were an isopod? Honestly, me too. But you'd have to be one of the ones under the sea. Did you ever hear about that? That was that one, and it was in a Japanese aquarium, and it just didn't eat for several years. And, like, for somehow or another, it figured out that people were trying to force it to eat, or, like, wanted it to eat. So then it would pretend to eat food, but then it just eventually starved to death years down the line. Yeah, let's see. It was named, oh, okay, 5 years. So it was nicknamed Number One, and for 5 years it refused to eat food, and then it died in 2019. So it started in 2009, died in 2014. And then scientists were just like, this doesn't make sense. How is it doing this? And then, I don't know. They just think that it just, like, showed off its ability, what they said, of, like, their super metabolism or whatever, just, like, shut it off. But that doesn't really make sense either. I don't know. Whatever makes people feel like they have the answer, I guess. That's such a mood? I guess so. Listen, starving ourselves just because we left that in, like, 2014. Okay, that's not true. We left that in, like, 2019. Okay, maybe that's not true either. Okay, we left that in 2023, okay? We left that in 2023. I think. Jeez, I forgot where I was at. Oh, yeah, I was gonna roll. For that purple one. Not you. Or you. But you! Alrighty, well, let's see how this goes, huh? Do we want to change the music or anything? Sure, because I love theatrics. Okie dokie. What do we want to listen to boost the hype, huh? What do we want to do? How about... let's listen to my favorite, Green Hill by Sonic, what is it? Sonic Berry Flavor. Well, actually, it's not by Sonic Berry Flavor, it's featuring Sonic Berry Flavor. It's by Strawberry Machine. But you get what I'm saying. And then we'll even put the sparkle emoji in the chat. And then we'll get like one more viewer. And then it'll be like, oh, sweet, one extra viewer. And then they'll say something mean and leave. Although that doesn't really happen. Okay, well, let's do this.
Too bright to see. Sun is shining through my downside and feel. In my room, I doing great lights. Within, feeling so
Yeah, I actually completely relate to what you're saying, like 500%. It's kind of like if I'm going to do something already and someone tells me like, hey, you should do this, all of a sudden I'm like, now I don't want to do it. That one happens to me a lot. I used to be a lot worse about that when I was a teen. And then I'd be all like, someone would be like, hey, you should, it's like, when was the last time you ate? And I was like, oh, a couple days ago. And they're like, you should eat. And then I was like, see, now that I get that it's coming from like a place of like caring, but like, you don't understand, Chief. I'm like fighting my own battle right now. And the fact that you just told me that I should be eating makes me realize that I haven't gone long enough without eating. And then, I don't know, I'd fall into a vicious cycle where then like, stream is buffering a lot. Hey, we got an Avenger. Whoa. Oh yeah, it probably is buffering a lot actually. My bitrate's like terrible right now. So like, yeah, let me see. Yeah, like I don't know, Chief, I don't know if there's anything I could even do. Oh, yeah, my internet's like dying actually. There you go, emoji. I'm actually just having internet problems. And I don't know, there's nothing that looks like I can do about that. I can see if someone's downloading something in the house. That's happened before. Several times, actually. Well, it looks like it should have fixed itself. My bitrate's gone up like a good amount. No, it's still pretty bad. I wonder why. Yep, GG I guess. We had a good run. But I'm not gonna stop rocking because of that. You know, for having fiber internet, I don't know why sometimes there's just like periods where like the internet would just like snap out. Like it made sense when I had satellite internet because unironically, if it got windy, like the internet got really, really bad. And then it always seemed to shut off every day at like 2 or 3 in the morning. But then it's like, yeah, but now we have good internet. And it's like, are we sure? Like, are we sure? Are we positive that this is like fiber optic? Well, whatever. What do we want to listen to next? I choose... You know, I really can't think of anything. I really can't. Don't worry, I'll figure something out. Well, we can listen to the other hype song, which is just like genuinely a song I like. Oh, so you get the appeal, honey? You get it? You understand what it's like when you get lots of cuties when you show off your two-piece? There's another song I heard recently that samples this same song. It's not nearly as good, but it exists. I don't remember what it... I can figure it out pretty quick. Because I only heard it recently, and I added it to a playlist, so in theory, it's one of the most recent songs I added to said playlist. It might be called... It's called something else. Like, this is called Choo Choo Choo. The other one I think is either called Two Piece or something like that. Again, it's not nearly as good as this song. But that's kind of hard to do. This is also just like an amazing song. I get lots of cuties when I show off my two-piece. Oh, it is called Two Piece. Listened to this one a lot for the past couple of days. Man, where were you in 2022, dog? Like, I was nasty with it with this song. Like, I've been listening to it on repeat for like hours. Like, this was like my like pretty girl summer like song. Like, this was like this was my song. Like 2022 summer, dog. Man, get out of here, bot. Do you like this type of music? Because this is like a lot of what I mostly listen to. I feel like I try and drown you in musical recommendations a lot, but I can give you a lot of songs that are like this one. You say do it, but I don't know if you're ready to do, you know? Can you do the do? Can you handle it? Can you withstand a full-on Baja Blast? I mean, like, I would put this in a playlist with like happy hardcore, but that's not really what this is. I guess this is it's not really even like hardcore future bass, but it's kind of like in that vein. But this is made by P Light. They have a lot of other songs. They usually release a song like this like 1 or 2 every year. They had one, I think it was last year, and it's called 8 Gal. I'll show you that one. I like that one a lot. I also found that song that I was telling you about that also samples this. It is called Two Piece. Let's see if it's on YouTube. If not, I'll just play it. Because I have it downloaded. It's by MU9. Oh, cool. I found it on SoundCloud. We'll listen to that. Oh, it's pronounced Muku. It's not MU9. My fault. Who's this? Oh, cool, I guess. Mortha? You need more songs that aren't sad girl songs? But what about, like, that Gutenberg song by Minimum Electric Design? That's a good one, right? That's like pretty uplifting. The Gutenberg no Kagakuseiki. That song? Well, here's the other song that samples this. Hey, it's Bradamantic. Okie dokie. You know, I think I might have been thinking of something else, because this doesn't sound that bad so far. So a lot of these albums that have this type of music on them, they come out in series. So what I'll do, I don't want to overwhelm you with musical like recommendations, because I always feel bad when I tell people about stuff like in a lot, because I feel like for one, they just don't listen to it, because like it's a lot of stuff, and then or B, they don't like it, and they don't listen to it for that reason. So I'll just tell you like one series at a time. I'll send you one of them at some point. I'll send you the one that got me like more into this genre. A lot of the times too, these songs are packaged on albums that are like medleys, so to speak, where it'll be like complextro and like just trance, hardcore trance, speedcore, speedball, and then there would just be one song like this, and it's like, well, that genre doesn't really fit, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's this part of the song that I remember kind of like smelling funky. But hey, that's like that Jersey Club mix. But they could have just made the— oh, yeah, see? Like, why does it become a Jersey Club song halfway through? Like, I love Jersey Club. I love Jersey Club. Like, don't get it twisted. I love Jersey Club, but like, why did that need to play? Like, why did we become a Jersey Club song for a second? You think you get it? Well, that's all that matters. Hang on, I'm investigating something. Ouch. I'm just looking for the next song that we'll end up having to play, because it doesn't look like I've got, like, the luck on my side this time. There's another song that comes to mind. If we're on this grind for now. Bear with me. Just a moment. I can't ever remember this song name for the life of me, but it's in my like running playlist, so I just kind of like scroll for 7 seconds and I'll find it, you know? Easy peasy. What is this? Pause. I don't know what that song was, but it actually wasn't bad, whatever that was. Anyway. This is that other song I was going to talk about. It's made by the same person that made Choo Choo Choo. 8 Gal is what this one's called. I'm looking for another one, though. It's loading in. You said put some armor on. You're crazy. No one has ever worn armor, especially not Boudica. You're telling me that you don't think this is the GOAT right here? Absolutely top 10 coolest characters ever. Although I don't really— yeah, I mean, she's wearing like 2 pairs of underwear, I guess, huh? She's got like this pair and then like that like high cut pair there. It's like SpongeBob that one time when he's like, I'm wearing 3 pairs of underwear right now. When he was like telling secrets to Patrick. You know the episode. Hey, we got one of that guy. Oh, I guess it's not in my workout playlist. That doesn't make sense. One slice and it's over. Yeah. You know, if she had on a full suit of armor, the Romans wouldn't have been able to defeat her. She would have just like, you know, she's a parry build. That's what she's got the shield for. But I don't think she's really built to be parrying. She messes up one time and she's just dead. You know, I can't find that song. I know it's on it's on that same album that has like that Gentle Idolatry song. It's from that same series. That doesn't make any sense to anybody except for me, but know that it makes sense to me. Oh, was it Mugen compilation that it was on? I don't feel like it was. Oh, you know what? I can figure this out. Was it? Okay, yeah. Oh, it's Osvatham? Oh yeah, that's cool. No, it wasn't Mugen compilation. It was that other one that had sample in the name. I think it was either like 5 or 2, but I can't remember now. I can do this. I can do this. Hi, Asvatham. Let's see. There's another song that's pretty good. It's called Open Your Heart. It's by Rejection. This one. Well, back to the rolling. I heard this song earlier, so I've known about this song for years, but like, I don't know, I didn't remember it being as good as it was until I heard it again today, like in the car, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is awesome. I can't figure out which album this was on. It's driving me nuts. But don't worry, I'll figure it out. I could have swore the song had Jersey Club mix in the title, but like, clearly not. Bleh. Oh, actually, I know another way I can find it. It's just gonna take me actually paying attention. I swear, normally I remember stuff like this, but that's not true either, because there's that one time a few years ago when I was streaming and there was a song that I remembered, and I like stopped what we were doing for 2 hours until I could figure out what the song was called again. So I guess this is just like pretty typical, but this time I'm not derailing it like nearly as much, so hey, like I'm making progress, right? Oops, I just started playing something by accident. Dang it. Well, it's okay. Oh, found it. Oh yeah, it is on Sampler 6. But it's not at all the title I thought it was. Now see, whenever I play the song, I always get copyright struck. But you know what? I like this song so much that I care even less about the money I don't make already. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Gamer Shinji. Let's kill him. Didn't this happen the last time I tried to roll for the purple one? I can't remember. You tell me, nephew. Alright, this was the song that I've been losing my mind to try and find.
Understand, don't say it again. You don't need to keep repeating yourself. You never planned to hurt me like that. Either way, I'll keep on blaming myself. I just can't be around you right now. Beating my heart, but don't even know how. And it's the first time in a long time I've needed some space. Why can't you just act your age? It hurts a little more every time
You can't remember either. Dang. Well, that's okay. See, it doesn't matter if you can't remember anything, if you can just like derail your life for like 30 minutes to try and figure it out what you couldn't remember, you know what I mean? Well, I like this song a lot. If you don't like it, then I guess get out of my life. But, I mean, hey, if you don't like it, I guess I also don't care that much. Let's see. What the? No, I don't want to hear any more of that album. What else do we have? Let's see. If we're keeping with this type of theme, we can. Oh, let's listen to All My Regrets. That's another song that I like a lot. It's a fun title because the song's called All My Regrets and it's by Awfulness. I'm sorry, Awfulless. Yeah, this song. This is another song that I like a lot. It's also in the same genre, although this one's actually hardcore future bass. Like, I can say, like, with definite sureness in my heart, this is hardcore future bass. I'm sick of this. Medea. I always think of like Medea from the Tyler Perry movies whenever I see her, which is not really a good thing, but it's what comes to mind like every time. Dang, these are some terrible rolls. I just wanted to get the purple lady. Huh, it looks like a lot of files on my phone got corrupted. This sucks. How does that even happen? Well, whatever. I'm sure it'll fix itself. I guess we could try using some tickets. I mean, the next time I'd be rolling on this server would be... It's gonna be for the summer to get BB Dubai. But aside from that, and then it would be Christmas next year. I think that's a really good song. The one we just listened to. Trying to think of another that keeps up this same flow. But it doesn't matter because I didn't change it in time anyway. We can listen to our other favorite song, Stray Cat. Not anything to do with that one JoJo character. Oh, hey. Yay! We did it. 17,900. That doesn't even make sense. Did something happen to my SD card? Oh. Yeah, okay, so I guess my SD card exploded. Well, maybe I just gotta like jiggle it and it'll go back into place. I was wondering, because I was like, why is like every song not like showing its album art? And then it just turns out that, you know, I just exploded, 17 people were injured. Man, I don't have to deal with all this again. The last time I got a new SD card, it took all day to get everything over. And I feel like I still have stuff that I'm missing. I don't even have access to my stuff to get that one little like fork thing that you use to pop out your SD card anyway. So I'm doing all this, like taking my phone off the thing for no reason. Man, this is terrible. Maybe if I just like restart my computer, it'll fix itself, you know? I mean, not computer, I meant to say phone, but you get what I'm saying. Oh. I'm just a stray cat. I'm just a stray cat. Do 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 do. I'm just a stray cat. Well, sweet. So our rolling chronicles are now concluded. Back to the needless grind. I guess needed grind. Yeah. What all do we need left? Like, the servant coins, that. I guess the evocation leaves. I mean, I would like to get everything maybe, but I'm not doing that today, dog. Like, listen. I'll be real with you. I bought Elden Ring Night Rain because it was on sale. And I really want to play that. I really don't want to be playing this game right now. That's it, okay? I told you, that's the truth. That's really the truth. That's what's going on here. That's all there is to it. I just want to play Elden Ring Night Rain because I just bought it, and I downloaded it like 2 days ago, and I haven't played it because it's like life smells bad. I feel like I have stuff I need to do, and then here I am now. That's all there is to that story. I hope that restart fixed my phone and its issues. Since I took the case off, I guess I should maybe go clean it. Dude, I need to get a new phone is what I really need to do. This one's so bad. Like, it freezes when I try and, like, swap between different tabs I have open, you know? Like, you hit that button and then, like, you can see all your different tabs. It'll freeze if I try and, like, swap those. It sucks so bad. But I guess that's why it was free, you know? I guess that's why it was free. Play Night Rain. Why don't you buy yourself a whole new PC and play it yourself? I can't lie, if my computer like exploded and 17 people were injured, I'd probably just never buy a new computer. Like, I don't know, it's not even that I'm attached to my computer. It's more so like, well, that's it, I guess. I guess I am just attached to it. in like a weird way, but not like in the weird way when I say a weird way. Not in the way like world.execute me, but like in the weird way as in like, you know, having a pillow that you can't sleep in a bed unless you have it with you. I guess that type of way. Like being complete, yeah, like 100%. Like if my computer exploded, I'd probably just get like a $200 laptop and just not play video games anymore.
So, Hotshot, you want to fight Majin Buu?
Fight you? No, I want to kill you.
Because this whole setup costs like $2,000 and that was 4 years ago. I'm not going to be able to find another computer system that it's pre-built, I feel like, for that like price again. And I bet you're thinking, well, just build it yourself. Well, you know what? Why don't you do it? Why don't you? Oh no! All my song. No! All my queues were cleared. Did I really? Oh no! I did lose all the data. No! How did this even happen? Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess either the SD card just exploded or like my phone did something. That stinks. Man. Well, there goes 17,990 songs I had categorized in different playlists and everything. That's gonna take like months to get like back in order again. Like it took a month and I didn't have a job and like all I was doing all day was just putting music into playlists. Dang it. This sucks. Oh man, really? It's all like your SD card's not in. I didn't take it out. This is so sucky, man. And I don't have that little thing to pop it out even if I wanted to. Oh well. I guess this is what I get for trying to enjoy my life. And you said building a PC sucks? That's what I'm saying. Like, real world unfun. I mean, I guess if you, like, are a real hands-on person in, like, technology in that regard, then I guess good for you, but I don't. I don't know, like, see, I like doing stuff. I like what computers can do, as in me having fun, but I don't like what computers can do, as in, like, having to do anything with them. See, that's a completely valid response. I felt that way, and like I didn't even get to finish it. Like I tried putting one together. A friend of mine was like, here's some stuff to like, here's a computer I built for you with pieces. Just buy these and put it together. And I was like, okay, sure. And I was kind of excited to try it out. And then boy, was that one of the worst decisions I've ever done. I spent like 2 hours, like just like trying to figure everything out. And then it feels like, I don't know, at least for me, whenever I need to ask someone for help, everybody is just suddenly doing something. For example, this one time my car broke down at the airport and I called for help from a couple people and no one responded. And then like 3 hours later, everyone all of a sudden was just like, hey, sorry, I was doing insert mundane thing here. And it's just like, well, gee, thanks. But yeah, that seems to happen to me. And I mean, sure, people have lives and it's not like people need to be there for me all the time. Actually, like no one needs to be there for me at all. But it just feels like I'll send someone a message and it's like a picture of like, I don't know, Goku eating a pie, and then I'll get like a message back. But then I say something like, hey, XX thing, or hey, I'm in a bind. Can I summon you to help fight this boss? And then all of a sudden my party gets wiped, and then I'm like 3 like loops in and I just keep failing, and then I close the game, which is my life, and then all of a sudden someone's like, hey, do you still need help with that? And it's like, why don't you die? Like, you know, like, you can die now. Like, straight up, like, you can die now. But yeah, it was one of those moments. And I was trying to get some piece in on the computer, and there was like some connector port thing for like the motherboard X thing or whatever, and I like pushed on it too hard and I broke that part, and then I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. So then I shipped everything back and got all my money back, so that wasn't a big deal at all. I literally lost no money. All I lost was time, which honestly is a lot worse because you can't get time back. Like, you know, I'll never get those 2-ish hours back. But hey, it's whatever, I guess. It's not whatever, honestly. But I could pretend like it's not something that bothers me. Man, this sucks so bad. Like, SD card working fine literally 20 minutes ago. All of a sudden stops working. Yeah, like actually, why don't we do some cable management on your nervous system with that attitude? Now I can't stop thinking about this. It's bothering me so bad. I want to just pull out that SD card and maybe try and put it back in and hope that it's like reading again. But I mean, I guess it could have just straight up just died on me. Like, you know, like I see people talk about that. When you have a really big SD card, a lot of the times you do see reviews of people like, yeah, just one day it just stopped working. Which sucks pretty bad because now I'm going to lose a bunch of pictures that I've taken. And like, I mean, the music is on my PC, but I don't know. I'm allowed to be upset, okay? Or I guess you could say, like, from that one episode of SpongeBob where he's all like, where he was upset because he was, like, mean to everybody while waiting for that package. And then he was crying and Patrick was telling the mailman to leave him alone because SpongeBob was having a moment. And then SpongeBob's all like, it's okay, Patrick. People like me don't deserve moments. I guess that's me. People like me don't deserve to have happiness and having all their music downloaded to their phone. It is whatever, I guess. It's a ploy from Big SD to make you buy more SD cards, pretty much. Or like one time I saw someone on a review on Amazon. They were like, hey, so I bought this SD card, so it's like 400, it's like 412 gigabytes, I think. And they were like, it came and it was 412 kilobytes. And it's like, oh my, that's... I would probably start crying if that happened to me. Like, jeez. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to do a BRB. I'm gonna go and see if I have that piece. I think I know where it's at within my stuff that's currently in a garage, because, you know, I'm living in a walkway, a communal area, and I don't have access to any of my stuff. So I can go and see if I find it right away. If I don't, then I guess I'll just give up. But I'll be right back in like a minute. Here, you can watch this ad. Alrighty, I'm back. Good news. I managed to find the little key thing so I can pop out my SD card. I'm gonna be real with you. If my SD card is broken and I just lost all my files and everything. Okay, I'm also out of breath because I had to run up like 2 flights of stairs to get back, so excuse me for that. But yeah, if my SD card's not working and it is broken, I'm probably just gonna like end the stream and go and lay in bed and cry, and then you guys are never gonna hear from me again, like straight up. So let's hope that's not the case. Okay, please. Don't do me like this. Oh, dang it. It is just straight up dead. Man. This sucks. Or at least putting it in and taking it out didn't do anything. Dude, I hate this phone. Why is it buffering when I'm trying to type? That doesn't even make sense. Let's see here. Man, this stinks so bad. I can't reiterate that enough. Like, this sucks. You know what sucks even more? I don't have access to any of my stuff, so I don't have my SD card reader. So I can't even see if it's just like my phone having the issue. This stinks. I can't stop saying that because it's true. Can't have nothing. Hang on. I'm gonna try it. So I'm plugging my phone in. Let's see here. Setting it to USB tethering. There we go. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so my phone's just not reading it, cause like when I plug it in, it's showing me that like the files and everything are still here. So my phone's just not picking it up, which isn't much more like reassuring, cause it's like, you know, whatever. I guess I'll stop trying to worry about this, which is not gonna happen, but I'll pretend like I can do it. I'll pretend like I can stop thinking about this for more than 5 seconds. I'm about to throw this one at the wall. For een wakker prijs. It's something else, you know? You know, I'm just glad to be alive, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just great, this world that we live in, you know? Everything is just so wonderful, you know that? Every day that we wake up and draw breath is a good day. Every day above ground is great. Man. Now that my moment of terror is over, how about back to our normal schedule of programming? Okay. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna end up playing, but we'll see. I want to get the majority of like my grinding done today. How much that'll actually end up being, well, you tell me. Oh, what? Hang on, I'm thinking about something. And my thought is complete. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But I really think I never do. You know, I always wonder, how does, like, underneath the phone, like, screen protector get so dirty? Or is that just a me problem? You think that might just be a me problem? Dang. You don't feel like, you know, you have your phone and just like after a while you just see a bunch of like nastiness underneath like the screen protector and it's just like, dang, I wonder how that got there. Like a bunch of spots. And it looks like a dirty liquid just like dried underneath there. Isn't that just the projector getting old? I don't know. But like if you touch it, it has like a crusty feel, like you just gotta like wipe it off, you know? Listen, I'm gonna go grab a tissue and I'm gonna put some water on it and we're gonna see how effective it is at getting rid of this sludge. Also, that's the end of that album. That took us like the entire stream to listen to. But hey, that's just like what Gabber is like. They're all long songs. Let's listen to this Kamome Sano album, If, next. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna grab a tissue. Okay, I'm back. I didn't realize I didn't mute my mic. My fault. But I guess it doesn't matter. Let's see. Then, with this wet tissue, if I rub the inside of it... Yeah, like, see whatever crust that is, it just all, like, disappeared. I will be honest, my phone gets wet very often. And a lot of the times water gets underneath the protector, and I have the mindset of I'll clean it up later, and I never do. So that is the reason. It is just like evil liquids that I just don't clean up until like it becomes really gross, and I'm like, okay, I need to clean this up. But like, you know. Or maybe you don't know. I guess you don't know, because you said it's a me thing. But that seems to happen to me all the time. And like the screen itself is all dirty because of that. So it's like, what is the point of having a screen protector, you know? Peace of mind, that's what. Sorry, what? You're literally driving it now, but when you park, you and your squad are pulling up heavy. My next stream, add you on Discord. No. Oh wait, you know, maybe I'll add you. What's 95 minus 36? Plus 12. You can answer that for me, maybe. Okay, cool. Phone screen clear. Now I just need to clean the outside layer of the case, which I guess I'll do when I'm done streaming for today. Wait, Cinematron, don't you have like a PlayStation of some kind? How come you haven't bought Elden Ring Night Rain for that? You have an Xbox One? Oh, well that sucks. I'm sorry that you live in like 2008. You know, there was one other person that was in the stream. They don't come out anymore, like at all. And they were one time like, we were talking about Elden Ring, and they were like, yeah, I play it on the Xbox. And I was like, you do what? And I was like, just like vocally surprised. And they're like, what's so wrong with that? And I was like, there's nothing really wrong with playing games on an Xbox. It's more so like I didn't think anyone actually did this. I told you this story? I might have. I mean, like, I might have. Did I also tell you that they only ever played, like, mage builds? They had never, like, really played, anything else in a Souls game? Because I was that same person. Which I also thought that was kind of weird. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Get away from me. I mean, I don't know, I guess do what you want to do, but limiting yourself to just one type of character and like never trying anything else in a game that like it doesn't cost you anything to do a different build, you know? Like, it's not like you have to pay in-game Smeckledwarfs to like change your class or make a new character. It's like do it and then like big whoop, who cares? And then if you don't like it, stop halfway through, but to never try anything I think is weird. But maybe I'm just ugly and should be killed. Maybe I should just have, like, a pot of boiling water poured down my shirt. Oh, where's... Oh, there she is. Can we, like, auto-select this? Yay. Yay. You should be flogged, publicly or privately. Either or. I should be flogged for... No, actually I shouldn't. I'll be real with you. I didn't like Dark Souls 3. As such, I never got far in the game. Like, I tried playing it, but I just genuinely did not like it. The only Dark Souls game that I actually enjoyed was, like, Dark Souls 1. And then I was enjoying Dark Souls 2, but then my save got corrupted, or something. Like, I got a new computer, and, like, I was just unable to transfer the save over from my previous laptop, and that laptop just stopped turning on. So then I just lost my save, and I didn't want to play the game anymore. I got, like, to that one area where there's, like, all those dragons flying around and there's all those bridges that you cross. I got there. And then, like, to lose all that progress, I was kind of, like, real world mad, and I just never played the game again. And then I tried playing Dark Souls 3 afterward. Like, that's okay, I'll just get some Dark Souls 3 in my system. And then I tried playing Dark Souls 3, and like, I put in a valiant effort. I even did a couple streams where I tried to play it, and I just genuinely did not enjoy the game. But see, I like Dark Souls 1, that one's fun. Like, yeah, Dark Souls 1, that one's fun. So if that, you know, earns me a public flogging, then hey, like, I deserve it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, as far as Souls games go, I liked Bloodborne a lot, and Dark Souls 1, and Elden Ring. So that's like 3 out of 5, right? And then I guess it's like 3 out of 6, because I own Sekiro on the PlayStation 4, and I was trying to play it for a while. Like, I was really into the game, and then I got motion sickness fighting an optional boss, and I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore. And then I've told this story to several people, and they're always like, well, why don't you just like put on motion sickness like settings? And then at the time I was like, yeah, but I'm afraid that'll like dampen the experience, because isn't the fun part getting motion sick from playing games and you get motion sickness easily? And then everyone just kind of looks at me like I'm crazy. You mean to tell me you don't live your life trying to actively spite yourself, hurt yourself, and torture yourself for no reason other than just to do it? And you think I'm the weird one? I'm crazy, but in a positive way. Well, that's endearing. You know, Cyrano-san, that's the nicest thing anyone said to me all week. That wasn't my mother, so I don't count that. Because unless, I guess, you have like a cartoon mother who like hates you, your mom's probably not going to be saying mean stuff to you. But yeah, anyway. I remember there was an amount of time when I was like 15 years old, and I lived with my dad at the time. Terrible arc that I went through. But yeah, I lived with him for like a minute, and he used to just like straight up just like not feed me. I know that sounds terrible, but like how it would work would be that like he wouldn't cook, he would just take the family out to eat and not take me with him. And then like also on top of that, they would like do that every night, and then I'd just be like, okay, I guess I'll just like hang out and like stare at the ceiling. And then like he would always say like there was food in the house, but that's the thing, there wasn't. Like there was just like milk, and then there was like frozen meat. And then you bet you're thinking, oh, why didn't you just cook? Because whenever I would try to, his wife would always be like, you're not allowed to use the stove. And it's like, okay, I guess I'll just starve for real. And then like there was this one time where the dogs ate my shoes, and I was like, I am so hungry, I gotta figure something out. So then I just like walked to my grandma's house, which is like 15 minutes away, without shoes on. And yeah, I don't know, I don't know. See, that I'll admit, like that's crazy behavior even for me. And at the time too, I had stepped on a piece of wood because I was out doing stuff without shoes on before. And see, that was actually a ploy set up because I was trying to like have an excuse to not have to leave the house or go outside for a while. So I stepped on a piece of wood in such a way that it went through my toe. And then like it went through it, and then it was like profusely bleeding all in the dirt. And then I just like scooped a bunch of dirt inside of it. And then I was like, okay, now I wait for it to get infected. And yeah, I mean, that did happen. And then I just kind of pretended like I didn't know that my toe was hurting really bad and was turning black. And then I was like, you know what? Just like, it's like, I just gotta like wait this out and then like profit from it. And then I really didn't. Because like, my plan didn't really pay off. Because like, I was still expected to be like living my life as normal despite that happening. And despite also, I didn't own any shoes at the time. Like everyone seems to forget that part of the series. Like they had gotten a new dog and she ate my shoes. Like, straight, just like tore them to shreds. I didn't have shoes to wear, so it was like, okay, I guess I'll go do yard work with you. You're asking me, your frail daughter, to go help you do yard work, but like, you know, I don't own shoes, but I guess I'll walk around in the backyard without shoes on. So, you know, I mean, something would have happened even if I wasn't like forcefully trying to hurt myself that way. But anyway, time goes on, and then like my toe wasn't really healing at all because A, I wasn't trying to let it heal, and B, I also was eating like a bag of chips every 3 or 4 days. And it wasn't even by choice during that arc. It was kind of like that's all that was in the house. Because my stepmom would cook for my sister, and that would be it. She would like get her meals and not include me. My dad would take them to go get meals and not include me. So like they would just like eat, and I'd just be like, okay, well I guess I'll just like filter feed. And then yeah, that just like went on for a while. Anyway, but then it kind of accumulated to the point where I just was like, okay, well I guess I'll just walk to my grandma's and get something to eat. And then I did, and like I said, I didn't have shoes on, so I had like my infected, like, it wasn't like infected as in it was like oozing. It wasn't even, I would say, infected. Like, it wasn't like oozing or like swollen, but my the entire bottom part of my toe, including part of the top of it, was just like dead flesh black. And like, yeah, I just kind of like walked to like my grandma's like that. And then she was all like, why aren't you wearing shoes? And I was like, I don't own any shoes anymore. And then, you know what? I did all this, and you know, it's like, I'm in the wrong. Yeah, I was. Like, I will completely say it. That's the only time I really feel like that I can like say like with full confidence that like my execution of everything was really bad. Like, I think it came from a genuine place to where I was like, I'm not getting fed and I don't have shoes, so I can't leave the house anyway. And it's like, you know, and it's like I'm also 15 years old, so it's not like I could even go out and buy food. So like, it was just like a sucky situation for me. What was the point of the story I was telling? Shoot, there was some type of point to be made, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I was acknowledging mental illness? Yeah, well, see, okay, that's it. Then I guess if that's the case, yeah, like I said before, I think that was like the one time that I would actually say that I just actually made the screen bigger, oops, that my self-sabotaging like tendencies were like genuinely in the wrong, and I can't find any way to like justify them. Like, that is like the only time that I can think of was like through all of that story. This is the first time I've ever even told that whole story. I usually hide parts of it. But yeah, that's how that went. I don't know. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, it was a terrible time in my life. I lost a lot of weight, as you'd expect when you only eat like barely any food. Not in like a cool way. More like in like a skeleton way. And then everyone was like all surprised, and it's like, what do you expect if you're not gonna like it's like I am like 15 years old. Like, I don't know. Like, that's the part that still doesn't get me. It's like, for one, they told me I'm not allowed to cook anything on my own, and for two, they weren't making food for me. And then it's like, I'm 15. Like, what am I gonna do? I can't like go to like, I don't know, a Taco Bell and get my own food. I don't have a job. I'm 15 years old. I wasn't even going to school at the time. I was literally just like living my life, like, and I wasn't even doing anything cool. I was just like on the internet all day, which I think is pretty cool. But like, my point I'm trying to make is that like, I don't know, there was literally nothing going on in my life. Hooray for not having father figures. And yeah, I kind of wish mine was just completely absent, because things like this wouldn't have happened, but like, whatever. It was just like a horrible move idea to do that. Like, it genuinely was. But it wasn't like something I could have like stopped. I wasn't really able to be like, hey, please don't make me move in with my dad. Actually, I was. But then it was just kind of like, oh well. And then it was just like, dang, okay. Then it's like most of my youth, whenever I did have to see him, it's not like he ever talked to me anyway. So I don't know why, like, he tried. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm trying to get at. It's like when I was a kid and if I had to go see him, it was kind of like they would go and do something and just like leave me in the front room while they like go and do something else. And it's like, okay, sweet. I guess I'll just be here and like 6 years old and stare out the window while you guys go and like do something without me. That was like my entire youth, anytime I ever had to see him. And it's like, what is the point of like forcing me to come over? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like complaining for the sake of complaining, but like I think about that and it's like, if you wanted to try and be like a father figure that would like have a good relationship with me, that's not how you do that. You don't just like, my presence and being in your presence isn't going to make me like you per se. If anything, it's going to make me like you less because I see how much you like are treating me, like how much you seem to actually care for me, which is like 0. Because you're just like picking me up and like leaving me here and then just going and doing whatever. Picking me up, leaving me in your front room, and then going and like hanging out with your wife in your room for the rest of the day until I ask for you to drive me home. Or my mom just comes and picks me up and it's like, what is the point of this? And you said same actually. Yeah. The fault in our fathers. It's kind of like, actually, you know that one episode of SpongeBob when it's like when in Plankton he like was on Mr. Krabs' hand, he like jumped out of the dollar and then he's like, well, what now? And Plankton's like, I don't know, I didn't think I'd get this far. That's what it felt like. It's like he would pick me up and like just kind of like I'd just be like there and it's like, so now what? And then he would be like, I don't know, I didn't think I'd get this far. Because, like, nothing ever happened. And not even, like, the funny meme way. It was just like, dang, well, okay. Yeah. That's terrible. That's even worse than just being, like, left to your own devices, I would say, like I was. Dang. I'm sorry, honey. It is what it is. Yeah, the cure-all for dealing with past events that you're either A, don't want to deal with, or B, can't deal with, or C, not ready to deal with. Super. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've never really told Dad that either, because I don't really talk to him, and I don't feel like it would amount to anything if I did. If I told him, like, hey, you know, the reason I never wanted to ever go see you really was because you didn't do anything with me. It didn't even mean you had to, like, take me to, like, a roller coaster or something, but, like, at the bare minimum, like, entertain conversation instead of just, like, having me in your presence and going to do something else, and me just kind of being like, okay, well, I'll just like, I guess, stare out the window and wait for my mom to come pick me up. But I don't think I ever really told her that happened. I used to just kind of like, well, I mean, she could have, I guess, figured it out, because I'd just be sitting there staring out the window, and she would just happen to pull up, and I'd be like, oh, sweet, and just like run out the door. But, that was also like my big problem when I was a kid. I never felt like I had anyone to talk to, like if something bad happened to me. So, like, oftentimes it would be like several years before I said anything, because it'd be like, well, I didn't, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I am just me in this world. Like, who am I to confide in? What would it matter anyway? It was kind of like my mentality for like most of my life, honestly. Which honestly just meant the people that did evil things to me got away with them like scot-free, because I was just like, well, I guess I can't really tell anybody because I have no one in my life that's going to listen anyway. And then, stuff would happen, and then I'd be like, dang. And then like 3 or 4 years later, I would like bring it up in like casual conversation, like, yeah, this happened at this time. And then everyone's all of a sudden like, oh man, why didn't you say something sooner? And then me, I'd be like, well, honestly, I just didn't feel like I could. Like, I don't know. Like, straight up. That's it. That's all there is to that. It's like, I just didn't feel like I could. And that part seems to always fall on deaf ears, because it's all like, well, you can always blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. And it's like, see, but you say that, that doesn't mean I feel that way, per se. And not even just to be, like, difficult, but just, like, I don't know, dog. If someone asked me for $40 that I've never seen before on the street, I'm probably going to say no. But if someone that I know pretty well asked me for $40, it's a different story. But that's that. That's that. Oh, that's just the it looks kind of crusty around the infinity symbol, and I thought there was like something on my screen, but like I can see like the crust around it. Dude, I hope this game ends this year. Like, unironically, sure, I like Fate Grand Order. I like Fate, like as a franchise, but I am kind of real world getting sick of this game. Like, I really hope that with the end of Part 2 on GP, I really hope that the servers either close or the game slows down considerably. I'm kind of reaching my limit. I want to play other games, but I don't have time to do so, because I have to spend like 7 hours doing this every day. And that's not even a joke! And I bet you're thinking, well, why don't you just like quit playing the game? Well, I tried that, and I was only able to go like barely a year without playing it again, and then stopping, and then picking it back up again, and stopping, and then just deciding that I can't fight the beast within, but for this one. Oh, but I guess pick us up out of the dumps, and stop being a couple of sad sacks, I managed to get the SD card working again. I had a moment of terror for no reason, as is nah, it's not always normally, but as is what happens sometimes, Oh, jeez. Dang it. I wasn't paying attention, and I used the wrong attack. Aw, dang it. That's like... Man... What if I use a command spell? No, I mean, we don't have to. I'll just win the old-fashioned way. Slowly. Whenever we do stop streaming, I gotta go watch a show with a friend of mine on Discord. But after that, and only potentially after that, I might hop back on and try Elden Ring Night Rain. But we'll have to wait and see. Like, listen, I want to play that game. I genuinely do. Like, unironically, I want to play it. But I just feel like stuck in a gross gridlock where I can't really play the things I want to play right now. Does that make sense? Like, I just feel like I have stuff that I'm supposed to do, and then I get caught up on that, and then like I get nothing done that I want to do, despite honestly I don't have to be doing anything except for stuff I want to do. Like, I'm not being contractually like held to do anything, but it feels that way. It really feels that way. Like, it's like, okay, I can't listen to this music I want to listen to today. I gotta go and listen to this instead. Or, oh, I can't listen to music and just read manga today. I gotta instead do this. And then I get stuck in this one, like, weird, like, mindset where I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do this. And I just, like, keep thinking that all day. And then 10 hours go by. And then I'm like, well, what have I done today? Except for watch 15-hour-long YouTube videos. And then it's just like, okay, well, I might as well have just done what I wanted to do anyway. I don't know. That's been happening to me a lot lately. It's just easy to, like, not do anything, I guess, when you're supposed to do something. You just don't do anything and sleep. See? Are you a cat? I wish I was like that. I mean, like, I've had arcs where I've done that, but then all of a sudden I got like this weird sense of guilt like all last year where I just like felt like I couldn't just like hang out, and I always felt myself trying to do something. But then I feel like I'm finally coming out of that, but it doesn't matter because now I have a job, so like I can't really just like hang out. It's whatever. I fall into that with like the debt that I'm in pretty bad. Like, I need to pay $1,000 on that like today. Like, in theory, if I pay $1,000 today, $1,000 in 2 weeks, and $1,000 in 2 more weeks, then I won't have like the biggest part of my debt anymore, and it'll be completely manageable, and I won't have to worry about all this stress anymore if I lose a job. But alternatively, like, I haven't done that yet today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, actually, and I haven't done it because part of me is all like, well, what if there's something really cool I want to buy? And then I get in this mindset and I end up buying a bunch of stuff, and then it's like, oh dang, I guess I'm like even further in debt now, and like I still have the other debt, and I might as well just like die. So like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not a big deal, and I'm making it sound like one, because I guess it is a big deal to me, but like, this is why I've tried my entire life not to fall into any sort of debt, because I know the kind of loser that I am, and I knew this was going to happen like this, but I'm still acting like I'm surprised that it's like going down this way. Oh no, he should die to the curse damage. Sweet. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kinda... I gotta figure out how to like make money just by existing, but like without having to do something scary. But when I say something scary, I mean like get into a big scandal that like throws me into reality TV stardom or anything like that. But like get the money of people that do. Just like get revenue by existing, you know? And keep their own devices. Yeah. I mean, that's real. That's real. Well, I mean, I feel like I've been in those situations, but anytime that I've been in those situations, it's because genuinely people actually are like tired of my existence. I don't know. I guess to put it like, the people that I try and hang out with, I guess, always find me annoying. Is that what I'm looking for? I don't know, because people that I tend to try and hang out with, it always feels like I'm just like a burden to them. So I just kind of gave up on that. Like when I had those roommates that were like internet friends and I moved in with them, it felt like all I did was like drag down the mood. So I was like, okay, I'll just sit in my room and just like, you guys can have fun and I'll listen to it. And it's not like I was like saying stuff like, hey, we should talk about how terrible the economy is. No, it's like I was just kind of like there, but it felt like anytime I tried to like say anything, it always just like sucked the energy out of the mood. And it's like, geez, okay. Or it had the opposite effect, but it always felt like, I don't know. I just found it easier to just like disassociate. I don't know. The whole depressing topics thing. I don't really do that. Like, at least as far as I know, if there's like people are having fun, laughing, feeling good, I don't think I really do that. But I've seen it happen 11 times actually. And I don't know what program you're talking about. The government gives you $100 a month. Are you saying that I should go and get like in a terrible accident so that I can get paid from the government just to exist and just barely make ends meet and have to get like a part-time shift at Walmart, but I can't make too much money or they take away my government benefits? You mean like that? I see. What you're saying is get on disability. I'm sending you an image on Discord. Honestly, I have 2 to send you, but I'm gonna send you this one first. In regard to what we've just said. This is the first one I thought of. You know, there's those memes where it's like you're unemployed for an X amount of time of the day. I felt like even when I was unemployed, that wasn't quite what I was up to. It still felt like I was just doing my normal boring life. Except for every so often. No, that's not true. That's not true. I guess when you're unemployed but have a vehicle, you do seem to get up to like weird stuff. And I bet you're like, define weird stuff. Like, I don't know, it always felt like I was hanging out with homeless people. I know that sounds weird, but like, hear me out. Like, that apartment I lived in 2020, like, it always felt like somehow I was just like hanging out with homeless people. And then it'd just be like, I'd be like, I don't know, like, giving Enrique a ride. Like, what else do you need me to tell you? Like, I don't know, I found him at the gas station. And, you know, he made a convincing argument, so like giving him a ride. Like, stuff like that used to happen. Or I'd see, like, this one time I was at the gym, and I was listening to a song called Laid the Foundation, and I was like, man, this song goes! And then, like, two old men started fighting right next to me. And see, you could only see that happen at, like, 9 in the morning on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on, like, you can't see that at 5 p.m. after you get off work at the gym. You only see that happen at this like obscure times. Yeah, pretty much. I've never played a Yakuza game, but if the memes say that that's what they're like, then yeah, I guess it is. Alright, I found that other image I was talking about. I'm sending it to you now. Yay. Biggest fear? Yeah, honestly. Yeah. If it's a lot of people, I feel like it's like whatever. But if it is just like 4 couple of guys that their entire existence is making fun of you, that's where it's like I don't know, I don't think I could handle that. I mean, I say that, but I'd have to just like escape, you know? Like, blocking them wouldn't get you anywhere. They just keep making new accounts forever because they're unemployed. They have time to like make a bunch of fake emails and to do this. But like, it's just over. You either gotta play into the bit or spend the rest of your life fighting it. Yes, they would. They would, of course. They would make, like, if there's ever a picture of you doing it, they're going to, like, meme that. It's going to be their newest reaction image. And then they'll, like, put a Santa Claus hat on it and put a bunch of wreaths around it and, like, balls of holly and whatever else. And then say, Christmas time, guys, let's hang out. And then it would be like, you know, it's over for you. And even if you don't, they're just gonna Photoshop a really bad Photoshop of you. That sounds kind of funny. See, you're one of those 3 guys then. You're one of the so-called 3 guys mentioned in that post. It's okay though. I think I'm one of them too. It's laughing. You're laughing at yourself. Uh-huh. Okay, Sonic. From that one Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie where it's like, you can't make fun of me if I'm part of the joke or like whatever he says. That's you right now. Just for that, I'm putting you on a BRB. I'm gonna go and like use the rest of room. That's your punishment for being the ugly Sonic from that Chip and Dale movie.
I hate this channel.
No! No!
You hope I fall in. See, that's evil. You know what? Just for that statement right there that you said, just for your declaration of hoping that I fall into the drink that is, well, saying the drink sounds gross when it's the toilet, but you know, fall in the drink isn't like fall in water. That saying, Well, anyway, just for saying that, you know what? I hope you get the George Jefferson, like, style of baldness, where, like, you're gonna be bald on the top, but have hair on the sides. I hope that happens to you now. There was this one time, it was a stream from like, I think it was like 2 years ago. And like, I had to go to a doctor for something, and I was like talking about it on stream, and someone who didn't know why I needed to go to a doctor was like, well, why do you need to go to a doctor? And then someone in the chat says it's because she's bald, and I was like, yeah, totally. It's like, I am so bald it's sickening, and I need immediate medical attention. And the person believed it, and they're like, "Oh, just get a wig." And then I was like, "Okay, see, I'm sorry that you took us seriously. We're just joking. That's not the reason why." It's like, "Oh, I just dropped my phone." But I was like, it's not like why. That's I need to go to the doctor for something else. It's like it's not that. It's not like I'm sickened because of bald. It's like I'm not even bald either. It's like, we're sorry. And then they left. That's that same person that would play Elden Ring on the Xbox. I wonder what happened to them, you know? Terminal baldness. Jeez Louise. And then you said if that happens, you're going to my house and shaving my head and gluing the clippings to my face while I sleep. That's terrible. Especially given like my hair texture. It looks like there's a bunch of like the letter C's all over my face. It's so like... I have, what is it, like type 3C, like ethnic hair as they call it. In quotes, as you would see it on like the back of like a hair care product. So it would look weird. So not only would you own me because of facial hair, but also because it would look so unnatural opposed to if it was just like long stringy white people hair. Ah, jeez, I just felt like a pain in my stomach. I just got punched from the stomach. It's like out of nowhere. Ow. That was, well, the G's. Okay, like, calm down. You don't have to. Hey, like, if you keep this up, I'm actually going to start channeling psychic energy for hair loss. Man, that sucked. And it wasn't even like a straight punch. It felt like a bar hit me in the stomach. It was like a line pain across like my belly button. It was a phantom hit. You didn't have to do that to me. You know, I found out recently, I don't know if you saw it in the Discord, but like, I found out that I'm probably going to have to work on my birthday this year, and I'm incredibly, and I mean like this close, you can't see it, but I'm making like a really small pinch with my fingers of like just quitting my job. And you said you're a master of psychic punching. Does that mean you're like Tatsumaki from One Punch Man? Or is it more like the invisible hands from Elfen Lied? Or is it more like the invisible hands from ReZero? Tatsumaki from One Punch Man? That's crazy. Oh, I thought about something, but I'll keep that to myself. But next thing, word, but if you got like Tatsumaki powers, does that mean it did the same thing to you where like the more you used your powers, you like stopped aging? So like, you know, small. Or is that just like as seen on TV? And you just kind of like live your life. This sucked. But hey, we'll clear it up in post like this. Oh, but to keep talking about like 3 things at once. Yeah, I found out I'm probably gonna have to work my birthday. And I decided I've only ever worked 1 year on my birthday, and it was the first time we were taking calls, and it was like a non-stop call center, and it was for the census, so they had just started doing the process, and yeah, it just sucked that was my birthday. I was just like, dang, like my birthday was like having to take calls all day and getting yelled at by ugly people. So I kind of decided I was never going to work on my birthday again. And finding out that I'll have to for this job, I might just not show up and just will take getting fired. I know that sounds like irresponsible, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm completely willing to do that. Like, that is how like gung-ho I am on never working on my birthday. And then you said you are small, but you don't look young. Oh, does that mean it had the opposite effect? So that like, you look incredibly old, but despite that, you're young? And then you said they'd fire. Yeah, they would fire me because the whole thing I can't take off. Blah, that's not how sentences work. Or is it? Grunnsaken til at jeg kan ikke ta dagen av er fordi jeg er på en jeg kan ikke huske ordet. Hva er ordet til det? Jeg har ikke nok tid med slaget. Det er ikke riktig ordet. Anyway, what I'm trying... Yeah. Jeez. I can do this. I can do this. What is that? How does that sentence work? I could do this. Oh. Trial period. That's what it is. I'm on like a trial period with the company for like my first 6 months. No, 4 months. So it's like on March 18th is when I would be able to like take time off. But my birthday is March 9th. So like that's that. That's the whole thing there. So if I miss time there, from what I understand, they make it sound like it's like a no, like what do they call it? A no clemency, like trial period. So like if you miss time, they just like take you out back and beat you to death. But I guess I'll see. I could always talk to a manager or something. See, but then I come along like 2 different like pathways that I'm stuck at, because I have 15 vacation days for the whole year, and originally I was gonna use 7 so that I could take off like my birthday, like that whole week, and then some change too, you know what I'm saying? And that would be awesome. And then I was gonna spend the other 7 in June to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of like medically becoming a woman. And then it's like, you know, like that was my plan for like my usage of all 15 of my vacation days for the year. But now it's sounding like I can't even do that. So it's like, do I just want to take off like 15 days in June? Or do I just want to quit the job? And that's where I'm kind of stuck at. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I guess it's just kind of like, I personally, like I said, I kind of refuse to ever work on my birthday, because that's my day. Okay, it's my day and Hatsune Miku Day, Sankyu, 3-9. Like, come on, dog, come on. You're not gonna let me celebrate Hatsune Miku Day or my birthday? That's crazy. And you should be killed as a result. But, like, I don't know. With how hard it is to find a job now, I probably needed to start, like, heavily looking now. And then I'll be able to maybe find a new one that's similarly, maybe possibly as good. Because this isn't even that good of a job, really. It's more so, like, the fact that I don't have to go anywhere is that makes it worth keeping to me. I don't know, dog. I'll figure it out, and I'm probably just gonna do something uncharacteristic something that'll make you probably call like a social worker, so they'll come and do like a household check and make sure that I'm alright. But I might just have to work on my birthday. Like, I am wholly against doing that. That means we won't get to do my birthday stream like I normally do. How, like, you know, we'll like watch a bunch of cartoons and then I'll like have the live camera on and you guys watch me eat an entire banana cream pie. So we might not get to do that in 2026. But, you know, like, hey, I don't know, dog. I don't even know. I'll be real with you though. As much as I like eating banana cream pie. Oh, last year we ate a coconut cream pie on stream. But I don't know if I can do that again. I know you weren't there because you hate me and wish I was dead. But, you know, we did that and we played Pokemon Crystal. It was like my birthday stream this year. And like, yeah, it might as well have been Celery gets cream pied on stream because like I felt terrible after I ate it. Like, it tore up my guts, so to speak. I'm lactose intolerant, but I really like banana cream pie and coconut cream pie. But, you know, I take it because I'm like, this is the one time a year, it's my birthday. Like, I can deal with like intense tummy pain for a couple of days out of the year, honestly, because it's never just like one day when it's not bad. But like, you know, I think it's fun. But I don't think I should do it anymore, because it wasn't just the lactose intolerant pain, it was just the pain of eating an entire pie. Like, I used to be able to do that all the time when I was in my early 20s, but now I'm an old lady, and I really can't be doing that, which was very much shown to me this year when I tried to do it. Because, like, I had to stop the stream and go take a nap, and then I came back on, and then I still didn't feel right. But it was, I don't know. It was just one of those moments where I realized that I am getting older. When I was like 21 years old, I used to work out a lot, and like what I would do is that I would do like a 6-mile run, and then I would go and buy a frozen pie like the night before, and I'd have it like thaw out, and then I'd eat whatever I wanted like for dinner, and then after dinner I would immediately start eating the pie, like an entire just banana cream pie. I'd just sit there and eat the whole thing. And then I never felt bad. I was like, oh yeah, 6-mile run, pie in my gut, I feel great. And then I just like do whatever. But like I just can't physically do that anymore, I don't think. Unless maybe I do a 6-mile run. But like, yeah, I don't think I can do that either. I don't think I can do that either anymore. And you say don't say that? Uh-huh. I won't say that. At some point. I don't know, there was something I was going to lead into that with, but then I stopped myself because I realized it would sound strange. But anyway, next up. Yeah, hip problems. I can't really go for those long runs anymore. Also, it was more like a 5-mile run opposed. I don't know why I said 6, but yeah. I would work out, and then I would do a 5-mile run. And that would take like a 2-hour venture at the gym. Yes, I was unemployed, so it didn't matter that I was spending so much time there. But now I go for just like regular runs, and to use the mile system once again, the runs I go for now are like 2 miles long. And it's usually within the first, like I want to say like 400 meters, that my hip will just like snap, crackle, and pop, and I have to start walking and hope that it like goes back into place. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, and then I'll try and just keep running on it, and then I'm like, yeah, if I keep doing this, I think I'm going to break something. And then I just have to like defeatedly just kind of walk for a while, and then just like walk, run. See, my whole thing is, what I'm saying is that you should use your psychic powers more often so that you... Well, actually, you say you don't stay young when you use them. Yeah, I guess just use your psychic powers more often so that you can stay short and just like carry yourself around and float and don't have to worry about walking. Or you know what, just don't make bad decisions that cause you to exacerbate a hip injury that you already knew you had. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you find out you have like a physical ailment that you're just like predisposed to, you know, like here's maybe, just maybe, try not to just like force yourself to do stuff thinking that it'll like fix itself, because it won't. I guess they say live and learn, but like, with that in mind, I don't know how much longer you'll be living if you keep doing the learning second. It doesn't also help that like when I made those terrible decisions, my hip was like the best it's ever been. Like it was like not nearly as bad as it was when I was younger, and then I was like, yeah, I think I can do this. Well, actually it wasn't even I think I can do this. There was like ulterior motive to whatever I was doing, but that's like a different story for a different time. I can tell you about that, but like I won't say it on air. That whole chain of events. Those who are around in 2018 know what I'm talking about. The Celery terrible decision arc. And no, not like the normal terrible decisions I make, but like life-altering terrible decisions. Whatever. Yeah, no, you can't get caught up on it, I guess. Like, at least that's what I tell myself. I oftentimes have this intrusive thought about just like getting a pair of fingernail clippers and just like cutting one of like my teeth in half with it. It's not something I want to do, but like I think about it sometimes. Let me rephrase that. Not as in to think about it, as in like I want to do it. But it's just like an image that I can see in my head, and I'm like, I'd rather not have seen that, but thanks for showing me that, I guess. They call that an intrusive thought, I think. Truly, it is what it is. Involved you being unable to recover from said action, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it's that one and that one I talked about in the server that one time, where like breaking my ankles with like a walnut crusher, like the old-fashioned ones, where like it's just like a metal thing that you just like squeeze, and it's like snaps nuts. Hey there, Zero Rhythm. Hello, thank you for the photo. You kind of came at like a scary time, but hey, like I'm glad you like self-harm. You finally got Scotty never doing that again. Yeah, hey, we just rolled for her too. I'm glad your rolling went successfully. To some extent. Jeez, I'm having a coherent thought. Hang on. Nope, never mind. Oh yeah, that is the song that's playing. Oh, that's crazy. This album that I downloaded is called Circus Detail. I didn't even know it was on here. That's crazy. I have the Mesmerizer plushie for Miku and Teto. I bet you're not surprised to hear that. But yeah, I have those. They're kind of expensive now. I thought they were expensive when I got them, because I didn't pre-order them. Instead, I was like, I'll just get it on the market if I want them. So I got them both for like $100 a piece, which sucks. But like, you know. Now I see them for like 200 and it's like, well, whatever. And then you said your luck is doo-doo when you've been trying to get it for 5 years. That's terrible. I'm glad that your saga's finally come to an end, you know? I'm glad your saga's come to an end. I tried rolling for her one other time. I never really tried to roll for her, but I just kind of felt like doing it. Her last 2 banners. I didn't get her the time before, but I got her this time, so shrug emoji. And you said you want the pear toe plush. Listen. I know a supplier. I don't know what a mist is. When Mist was trying to get Oberon in his JP account. Is that like a streamer or something? Or you type about Mistia from Toho? I'll be real with you, that's what I thought you were talking about at first. I was like, oh, word, like Mistia play this game? FGoTuber? Oh, I see. Listen, honey, I've been playing FGo since like the NA server came out. I play both NA and JP, but I just don't associate with any other communities. I do my own thing. But back to what you were saying about Pearto. I know a dealer and supplier. Do you reckon yourself to be a bad enough dude to get your hands on a sentient pear, Cedar no-chan? Yes, hey, but you don't have a job. Where do you have the money for this? You ain't got no bread. You couldn't afford the $19.99. I think it was actually like $9.99. I just bought 2 of them, so it was $19.99. You can. Uh-huh. Let me guess. You sold plasma. And if you didn't, then I'm less impressed. You got hairless. See? That's funny. Enough to get me to do that. Oh, actually, it's on 20% off, you know, it's a big day for creatures like you. What, this thing's, it wasn't $25 when I bought it, or maybe it was, and that's why I bought 2 of them. But yeah, it's $19.99 right now. Do you use the shop app, like, you know, that one app that you can use to like track packages, but you can also buy things from it, you know? Do you use that? You do not? Well, you're gonna have to, because I don't have, well, okay, I guess that sounds mean, but I can send you, they have a website, I bought it from their website. I just have direct access to their shop, like, page. Wait, no, you have to buy it on shop, because, like, that's how they check out. So, I mean, you just have to make, like, a shop account, I guess, but I can send you their website, but like I said, like, I think you have to check out with it. Let's see here. DM Discord edition. I don't remember them having any other interesting products, but I guess they don't have to when they sell that, right? Oh no, they do. They sell some kind of ugly plushies, but like that one looks good, but the other ones are kind of ugly, if I'm gonna be real with you. Oh, they had a Perto keychain. I don't want that, but I guess that's kind of cool. Oh, there you go, Cyrano-chan. You can't say I've never done anything for you. I mean, I guess you still could. All I did was send you a link to buy a plushie. But that's something. Honestly, the whole reason I bought 2 of them was because when I had to go in person for work, I wanted one for my work desk and I wanted one for my home desk. And now that that's like not a thing anymore, now it's like, well, now I just have 2. Hang on, I'm having a coherent thought. I think it was this one. Yay! You know, I tried to sell plasma, and I want to put emphasis on tried. This was an arc last year, so I went to go do it, and you have to drink like an X amount of water and do all this. So I did all that beforehand, and then I went, and then they like do a test, like a preliminary test to make sure you're not like evil or something. And then they started it, and then they were all like, oh, hang on a second. And then like, anyway, it just came out that I guess that I have a grossly high amount of red blood cells. And because of that, they weren't allowed to do it for some reason. I don't get why not. But yeah, I mean, I've known about that, but I didn't know that would stop them from doing that. So I actually can't sell plasma to get money. I actually can't do like the true bum strat of going to 3 different places, selling plasma every week to 3 different like establishments to pay my rent. Is that a bad thing? Yes and no. So it just means like for whatever reason my body's like, hey, let's make a surplus of red blood cells. And then it's just like, okay, sweet. So then all that's doing is like, it has the negative effect of potentially it could mean I'm more prone to heart attack because it's like a thicker blood. But like aside from that, it's like, who cares really? It happens to a lot of people that do a lot of cardio actually, because you know, like your red blood cells are what transport oxygen, and if you do a lot of running, you know, you need more oxygen. So yeah, I guess that's also a thing people do. It's like a cheating thing in biking. It's like called, I think, blood doping is what they call it. But like you like put more blood into your stream so you have more red blood cells, so that like you are getting air more efficiently. So like it's a bad thing, I guess, in the regard of potential heart health, but at the same time it's also like not a big deal because people purposefully do it to themselves. Also, I found out one of my grandma's friends who's like in her like mid to late 70s, she also has this condition, and she's like not had a heart attack or stroke. So I mean, I guess if I become morbidly obese and stop being a vegetarian and only eat like, I don't know, triple cheeseburgers and dip it on a side of lard, then yeah, it's a big deal. But I guess as long as that doesn't happen, I'm probably not going to really even notice for the rest of my life. But that's just my understanding of it. The doctor that I see every couple of months, they were kind of worried about it. But then they were like, oh, but you do a lot of running, don't you? And I was like, yeah, but not really recently. No, well, that's probably why. And I was like, oh, word? And yeah, that was about that. Personally, I'm not really that concerned, but I'm not concerned about a lot of things that I should be concerned about, you know? It's like that one image. Hang on. Well, I'll find it in a second. I don't want to misquote it because I think it's funny. But yes, mood indeed. This might be harder to find than I thought. Oh, nope, I just found it. But you know that one, you know, in regard to like, there's a lot of things I should be concerned about, but I'm not. There's that image of that Danganronpa character, and it says, I ain't taking no vaccine, I only inject myself with heroin and estrogen. Kind of like that, I guess. Although I want it to be known that I'm all for vaccinations. I don't like getting sick. I'm all for public safety and public health. Let's put an end to measles outbreaks. Let's all go get vaccinated. Come on. It'll only hurt for a second. Although, I don't know, when I got the COVID vaccination 3 times, that didn't hurt for only a second. I felt like I was gonna die for like a couple days. I was like, oh, this is terrible. And you know what? I still got COVID. So, but that was like last year, and I still do wear a face mask. So I don't even know how I got it. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I've talked about it before, I think, but like, it was horrible. All I was doing was sleeping all day, and I'd wake up and go sit at the computer, and I'd start watching Key and Peele, and then I'd like start to feel horrible and go back to bed, and it'd take me like 3 or 4 hours to watch an episode. I don't know, dog. Like, I ended up losing my job, which was okay because I didn't like it at the time. But like, man, it took me like 2 months before I got better. So moral of the story, don't never deliver no pizzas for Domino's Pizza. You know why? Because you'll get sick. And that's the thing too, like the restaurant was nasty. Like, it's like no one ever really like actually cleaned. Because one time they had like one of those like islands, I think they call it, in like the middle where like they put stuff on in the kitchen. And I was just cleaning underneath it, and I pulled out a bunch of like moldy breadsticks that were just like completely just like fuzzy green all the way around. It like didn't even look like a breadstick or a bread bite. It just kind of looked like a green ball. And I was like, this is so disgusting. You know, Cyrano-chan, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like, I mean, I get that working in food service is gross, but there was this one time, and this was one of my first days there, like, I think my first week, I want to say there, and there was this guy, and he was going to be the last customer for the day, because we were going to close, like, the inside of the store and only be delivering for the rest of the night, and they were like, yeah, this guy should be coming in. He's bald, wearing a hat, and he ordered that sandwich. And then we were like, okay, word, gotcha. But then, like we were like doing whatever, and the boss there, she was the only one that knew how to like work the oven, because the only two other people, which was me and another driver, we hadn't been like shown how to do that, at least yet. So we were like, well, we don't know what to do. Like, his sandwich is getting done, and like the way the ovens would work, they were on a conveyor belt, so the food just like slowly got towards the end, like as it was finishing cooking. And like it used to do that so that you would have to grab it, and if you didn't grab it, it'd fall, and you'd have to make a new one from scratch. So we weren't really knowing what to do there, and then it fell into like it was like a container for like the dirty pizza pans. It fell into that, and then me and that other guy, we just like looked at each other, and then we just like, we picked it up and just like put it back together, even though it just fell into the dirty pizza pan. And then we like just put it back in the box, and then the boss, she was like, oh sweet, you guys saved it? And then we were like, no, it fell, but we put it back together. And then she was like, okay, that's fine then. And then that guy comes in, and then he's like, wow, you guys are so polite in here. And it's like, thank you for having my sandwich ready. And he's just like all happy. And I'm thinking to myself, dog, you don't know, but your sandwich fell in the dirty pizza pans. Like, your sandwich is contaminated. Please don't eat that and praise us. Like, we are not doing a good job. And then you know what? He just like straight up just like, was like, okay, sweet. And then just like left. Like, we didn't say a thing. And like, bro just went home with his sandwich. It's like, dude, like, like, oh, that's just so bad. Or like sometimes there'd be clean dishes that just had food all over them still. And it always just made me wonder, what do you guys do when you clean the dishes? Like, you just like dip it in water? But hey, I guess why am I talking about it? I got fired. And I used to actually like sit there and spend most of my shift just like washing dishes. Because I'd be like, you guys aren't doing it right. That was a terrible time. And it's not like that was the only job I could find. It was just like the only job I was willing to take at that time, because I wanted to have like a part-time job that I could mostly mess around with. But that was not the one, dog. Like, I was like, yeah, I want part-time, and part-time meant coming in every day for just like a few hours. And it's like, that's not really what I meant per se. Like, like I didn't want to come in every day. Like maybe once or twice, thrice a week, maybe at best. Oh, whatever. I'm having a thought, hang on. Okay, sweet. And the worst part about it too, like I've said it before, but I live in a rather rural area, and it always felt like I'd be driving like 40 minutes to make one delivery. Because people live in the middle of nowhere. Because I live in the middle of nowhere, and they live further in the middle of nowhere. I guess that's like the edge of nowhere, maybe. But like, I'd be doing all that, and then it's like, man, I just drove for like 40 minutes one way. Here's your pizza, dude. And then I get like a $2 tip. And then it's like, I mean, they don't have to tip, but that always just felt insulting. It's like, you know how long it took for me to get here? Like, it's like, whatever, it's whatever. And then the roads were never paved, and I don't really have a good car for driving on dirt roads. So like, that was also bad. It was just not sustainable. And I was planning to quit anyway. Like, I was really just working that job to save up $600 to buy a 3DS with a capture card. I mean, I bought it. It's on my desk right now. But like, I don't know, man. I definitely lost a lot of... I lost some innocence working that job. you know. Or maybe faith in, like, food service was the right word there. I mean, I get that, like, food service kitchens aren't going to be pristine like your home, but you'd hope that if you're, like, working food service, you'd have, like, a care for, you know, being clean, cleanliness, whatever. Because they fired me because I got sick and I couldn't come in. You don't have the money for Peroto? Well, how short are you? 7? 16? 24? I'm putting on a pair of socks, hang on. Okay. Oh, was it like what happened to Mr. Krabs when he was talking about how he had his best friend when he was a kid was like it was like a quarter, and then he's like, "Well, what happened to him, Mr. Krabs?" And he's like, "I spent it on a soda," and he started crying. I think that was the Bubble Buddy episode. Is that what happened to you? You thought you had $19.99, but it turns out you actually spent it on a soda. Maybe. Well, we're almost there to clearing the shop if that's something I still want to try and do. It's like incredibly viable now. Yes, I haven't gotten very far in the boxes, and no, I'm not really enjoying this event. I didn't like it when I played it on JP either. You know what? I need a fresh, refreshing taste in my mouth. Let's go do some stuff on JP. I need to finish the master missions for the week. I need to go and fight an Earth attribute enemy. So we're going to Yuta. Is that what it's called? Jura? Yuta? That place in Orleans. Where those... Yeah, it's this one. Judah. Seems like a good enough group of guys to me. Actually... Oh, I guess this is the team we took last time. Why change it if it ain't broken? I'm getting kinda hungry. But not that level of hungry where I get really annoying and I just keep saying it over and over again. But I'm like getting there. I give it like an hour. And then I blow up. I froze there for a second. I forgot where I was. It's okay. I kinda wish I could stop using social media again, but I really don't know what I would do at work. And I bet you're thinking, work? No, die. Actually drink some lead. Like, no, I'm not gonna work at work. Except for, I guess, like, doing the bare minimum I have to keep my job and, like, actually doing, like stuff. But, like, there's, you know, just certain times in the day where something's not happening, so, like, you just, like, whip out your phone and just, like, scroll for a little bit. And that's, like, where I'm stuck. Like, when I stopped using social media for that while, it wasn't a big deal because I was able to do other stuff. But like truthfully, what can I do while working? The plan is to buy. Oh, I felt like I was gonna throw up there for a second. But the plan is to like buy a Switch too when that new Pocopia game comes out. And then I was gonna just like play that, and that would cut down my phone usage like in half. You know what I'm saying? But it's just getting to that point. And also, I guess that means I can't really quit my job anytime soon because I don't have the money for a Switch 2, even if I begged, pleaded, and cried. Like, even though I have like a full paycheck that I got like on Thursday, like I couldn't buy a Switch 2. Anyway, Cyrano-chan, the reason I asked you before you like got sucked into that a dark hole that you got pulled into there, I was gonna say if you're just a few bucks short, Auntie Celery can throw you like 5 bread, but like you got sucked into a black hole and died, so I guess like HH, sorry. And you said you want to switch to for Kirby Air Ride, really? Like I like Kirby a lot, but I stopped playing Kirby games after Epic Mass. That is what the game's called, right? The one on it was on the 3DS, and there's like a bunch of Kirbys that split apart. It wasn't because I stopped liking Kirby. I just don't like Kirby if he's not in a 2D art style, and they switched away from that, and I just kind of lost interest in playing the games. Mass Attack? Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Epic Mass. What is that, like a super church? Anyway, what I'm saying is like, I didn't even finish that game. I still own it though. And I guess we can play it on stream at some point since I have the 3DS with the capture card. That's been the idea. It's just that, you know, like, life has smelt bad, so I haven't really been doing anything for the last couple of years. At least that's my excuse, you know? That's my excuse. Epic. Oh, I think there's another game. Isn't it Kirby's? Is it Kirby's Epic Yarn or is that Yoshi's Epic Yarn? I know one of them has an Epic Yarn game. It is Kirby. Kirby's Epic Yarn. That's what I was thinking about when I said that. I was scared that I was just having a senior moment. Yeah, I never played that one. And is Yoshi's Woolly World is the one with Yoshi. Yay, we did it. Oh, you know what else we could go do? The whole reason I haven't finished like those last couple of quests up here at like, let's back up. These ones is because I ran out of not QP, AP. But I have enough to do a couple now, so let's do that. Hooray! Sure, we can do this one. Oh no, this actually won't work out very well. Ha! You got locked out of your bank account. I bet that means that you got owned. Well, Cyrano-chan, if you ever figure that out, I guess let me know. But if you don't ever figure that out, then I guess also just let me know. You just forgot your password. I see. I mean, I guess I could have still taken, like, Sanosuke, but it just would have been really difficult for him. But that's why he's the GOAT. It doesn't matter anyway. I'm telling you, dog, I really hope that this game, like, ends 5 ever. It'll be fun to only play one server. Like, I bet you're thinking now, why don't you just stop it now? Because I've devoted too much time and effort to this game. Like, both servers, not just this one, not just the other one. It's like I have actively played them both since time immemorial. And I want to do other stuff. But I just don't have the time to split playing a time-intensive game like this twice over and then still do other stuff and hold a job. I'm just one gal, okay? I can only do so much. Oh hey Zariku-san. I hope you get buried. Man, that was a lot of damage. Hey, that new Otaku Jazz Colony. Their new album, it looks like, is ready for pre-order. Who else is gonna tap into that? Listen, I don't care about this very much. Not enough to actually like. No, I think I've already read it because I just watched a video of the English translation. No, I'm not gonna translate it into English for you. Not because I don't like you, but just because I don't feel like doing that right now. Yay! I always feel like my game freezes, but it's just this taking 5 ever. I ain't reading all that. Nani o? Nani ga doushite? Man, get out of here. Sanosuke. Is there like a cooler? Doesn't look like it so far. Man. I mean, I can reset it. It's always like nobody has any servants I ever want to use on my support list. And then I just have to do that fun dance that just like refresh, 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 and then I explode. Works for me. Hey, that's like a jellyfish. I don't know. We might be done playing here pretty soon, but we'll see. But like I said, I might just take like a break, eat something, watch the new episode of Tojima Tanzaburo wa Kamen Rider ni Naritai. And then like I might come back after that and we'll play Elden Ring Night Rain for the first time ever seen. What? Nobody else has ever played that game. It just came out. And then like, I don't know. We'll see what happens from there. If not, I guess that'll be a tomorrow endeavor. I got those, I think like, man, get off the screen. Nande kotta mata shite mo ore no yume wa... I can't actually read that one. Wanakatta. But, Elden who? That's what I'm saying. I don't know anybody old except for myself. But, yeah, it's about that. Geez, there's something on my mind I was going to mention, but then I got sidetracked and now it's gone. Oh, yeah, Tojima Tanzaburo. The last couple episodes of that kind of sucked, but like last week's episode was good, and I'm hoping that we're back on like the path of justice and it's gonna go back to being one of the greatest shows ever seen. Because I don't know, like for a while every episode was like amazing. And then again, it's had 2 drops in quality, if you ask me. And it's like, I guess I might as well just lay down and die. And it's not even drops in quality as in like the animation or anything's gotten bad. I just don't like the direction the story went for a minute. But it seems like it's back on the path of justice. I don't know, maybe, ideally, possibly? Let's do this. Or not, we gotta watch a cutscene. Elden Ring Night Rain. Oh, I was gonna talk about mozzarella, and then like you guys started talking about whatever in the chat. Yeah, I was all. Like I gave some big background noise, so I had to mute myself there for a second. But I was like, yeah, what I'll probably do is that like I'll probably end up eating like at least some of those frozen mozzarella sticks that are kind of bad. And I bet you're like, what do you mean by that? Well, I don't know exactly that. Like. Exactly that. Like I made some on my own like a month ago at this point, and I thought they were really good. So then I got some store-bought ones, and I think every time I eat them that they don't really hold up to like the ones that I made. And it's not even to say like that I'm a master chef or anything. It's just that I think doing the bare minimum for seasoning them and them not being like factory processed, they taste a lot better. Who would have thought, you know? Wow. Big surprise. So I'm just trying to eat the last of these so they're gone forever and I never have to eat them again. And then if I want to eat mozzarella sticks, I'll just make them myself again. So I don't know, it only took like an hour to make them, and that was because that was the first time I ever did it. So like, shrug emoji. It's just that easy. Yosh! これで Master, あれよ I can't read that. I know that's what they call the sky trees, I believe. I don't know how you'd read it, to be honest with you. Goodbye. I could read the Sora, and the second one looks kind of like familiar, but like, so like ku something. I don't know. And I'm not motivated enough to figure it out. Oh, cool. A cup. Did I do it? Did I clear all the grand orders? Grand order. Order 終わりまで. No, it says there's one left. Where's it at? Oh, this. Okay, it's just like a cutscene. What are you wowing about, you freak? No, see, better yet, what you could have said is like, our fate depends on undertaking this grand order. There you go. That's more like we say the title in the like movie Marvel Cinematic Universe style. Dude, can you load? Please? Yeah, sugoi. No, sorry. Sugoi. Como savanto ga seizo I seizo seroi. Wait, what? Se soroi. Whatever. Suruto. You know what? Just for that. Oh. I can do that one. I can do it. I could do it. But I don't care. Listen, honey. I'm not going to publicly humiliate myself for my lack of Japanese skills whenever it matters. Okay? If you want me to publicly humiliate myself, simply just talk to me for more than 15 minutes in direct messages, and I'll probably end up doing it. Aw, what? Oh, whatever. Sasuga? Really? Dang. Is that what that said? I didn't think that's what that said. It even had the little thing above it. Oh, you're talking about the one that I didn't get? That one? Okay. Shrug emoji. Listen, dog. Are you with me or against me? Don't answer that, because I already know the answer. What else do I really need? I mean, I guess I need the monuments and stuff. But, like, do I? Do I? No. Not these ones, at least. I'd like to get at least this stuff up here. But I'm kind of tapped out for the rest of today, if I'm going to be real with you, dog. Like... kind of tapped out, you know. I took a nap before I ate earlier, and it was kind of like one of those not fun naps where you take it and you wake up feeling worse than when you lay down. You know the ones. And you're like, dang, I now feel like actually miserable. I was just kind of a little sleepy. Now I feel like my whole world's coming to an end. But, you know, after having my SD card explode on me and then having to fix that and then like all this has happened, it's kind of negated it, you know, like a negative and a negative, you multiply them together, you get a positive. That's what happened to me, you know. We only have one more song left on this EP. Why is my mouse freezing? We got just like one more song left on this EP. I might just like disappear into the ether after that. Why don't we do something else? Like go and do this challenge quest. I'm not gonna swap anything up either. We're just gonna take like our normal grinding team. You ever feel like if a gust of wind blew in at like your setup, like your computer and whatnot, like you would just like lose so much stuff? At least I feel that way. I have a lot of little knickknacks and things that I kind of need, but I like don't really take care of in the regard of like keeping good track of them. So then like if a gust of wind just suddenly blew in, like I'm just straight up losing a lot of stuff forever. That did no damage. Ouch. Ouch. What's with this Kagekyo-chan abuse? I don't remember the gimmick, but I think I'm supposed to beat her last. Let's do this. I am not immune to giving up either. Just a little damage. Oh no. It's what I would say, but this still isn't that dire, really. Hit him a little something like this. A little bit of this. You can die now. You can take a mean hit now. And then you can do your best. Oh, I probably should have hit with Ashiodolman. He probably could have killed that crit. Oh well. I mean, hey dog, like they never said I made good decisions, you know? We were just talking about that earlier. Like literally, we were just talking about that earlier. Honestly, skill steal is kind of really bad on this team. I hope it's only for one. Okay, it is just for one turn. Well, we need to kind of focus him. We need to kind of maybe possibly just kill him. Aw, yeah, no damage to anybody. Jeez Louise. I mean, hey, Ashia Dolman can take this hit. I don't know about anybody else. Oh, word? I haven't seen you do this in this Ascension. Okay. Hey, why is she Orpal? Oh, sweet, that's perfect. I thought I did a charge loss, but I wasn't sure. So I wasn't going to say anything in case I was, like, horribly wrong. No! That's fine. We do run into an issue, though. We have to take one of these hits. But we can do our best to minimize. Who's in the back lane? I think like Boudica and Lancelot. But Berserker Lancelot. Oh, goodbye, Ashia Dolman. You're like the one person that I was confident was going to survive and be able to take us to the next round. Ouch. Oh, you know, this isn't going nearly as bad as I kind of anticipate. Taking her NP though is going to hurt. So this is perfect. Within reason. I mean, like, honestly, taking her NP is not that... I don't know. It's not gonna really do that much damage. So maybe let's take out one of these archers instead. It's 3 turns your increased defense. Okay, sure, let's try it out. Nice. And then Kagekyo-chan has 2 guts. So we're doing pretty good. That's 2 grudges that she could have too. Boop. Oh, what? Boudica, you lived? Oh, word? You're still alive? Okay, sure hits great. What's not great is Boudica still being alive, honestly. There we go. Two grudges. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how her grudges work, it's like the more she has, I think it's up to either 7 or 9, it's a damage increase for each one. Yay. Ooh, okay. All right. All right. That was the last track in that. We could just listen to. I'll open something in Bandcamp. Let's listen to 80 House 13. That's so loud. My fault. I'm doing some mental math. Might as well just use all of our skills and hope for the best. I have an idea. No, that didn't kill. This is terrible. Dang. Well, that's okay. Hang on, mental math time. Well, I mean, I guess let's just hit like this and hope for the best. Hope for the breast. Not a lot of damage. Nice. Not nice. Hang on, mental math. Yeah, Ashidomon, just take her out. An inedible amount of damage. Stop. Please. How many turns is this? Ooh. I mean, I guess if we can just, like, do as much damage as we can, that'll put us in the best spot. You're the only one with busters, so you try it like this. No. Although this works out pretty well though, because now we all have a guts. Well, that sucked. Hey, Lancelot. I'm thinking, I'm really, really thinking. It's called nepotism. Because there was no reason for me to have done that in hindsight. Like, she's no better off than anybody else doing their attacks. Well, goodbye, Lancelot. Oh, no, hi, Lancelot. Okay, well, yeah, that's not who I meant to use it on, but sure. Go off, Lancelot. Yeah, not nearly enough damage. Oh, word, we might win. It only took 3 command spells. Yay. Hollow victory is still a victory. Nice. Well, on that sour note, let's go ahead and say goodbye for today. You know what I mean? We'll salute the sun, have some fun, and not load the gun as the stream is done. So as per usual, I thank you for coming through. Thank you. You can't see it, but I'm making a heart with my hands, for you were the one that I heart triple time over. So I'll see you later, alligators, and after a while, you crocodiles. Bye-bye.